Welcome to Psych IQ, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and personality types. Today, we explore the intriguing behavior of the INFJ personality type when they feel threatened. INFJs, known for their deep empathy, strong intuition, and complex inner worlds, often react uniquely under stress. One of the first signs that an INFJ feels threatened is their tendency to withdraw. They retreat into their inner world to process their emotions and make sense of the situation. This isolation can be both physical and emotional, as they distance themselves from others to regain their sense of equilibrium. The INFJ's hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity is a prominent response when an INFJ feels threatened. This heightened sensitivity affects both their internal emotional state and their perception of the external environment. Here's a deeper dive into what hypersensitivity entails for INFJs. When threatened, I.N.F.J.'s emotional sensitivity increases significantly. They become acutely aware of their own emotions, experiencing them more intensely. This can manifest as heightened anxiety, sadness, or even anger, which can be overwhelming. INFJs might feel their emotions are closer to the surface, making it harder to maintain their usual calm and composed demeanor. INFJs are naturally empathetic, often picking up on the emotions of those around them. Under threat, this empathy can become even more pronounced. They might find themselves absorbing the stress, fear, or negativity of others, compounding their own emotional burden. This heightened attunement to others' feelings can make social interactions particularly draining during stressful times. Hypersensitivity also sharpens I.N.F.J.'s perception of subtle cues in their environment. They become more attuned to body language, tone of voice, and other nonverbal signals. While this can be useful in identifying potential threats or understanding unspoken dynamics, it can also lead to overinterpretation. INFJs might read too much into minor gestures or offhand comments, perceiving threats or hostility where none exists. The heightened sensitivity leads INFJs to overanalyze situations and interactions. They might replay conversations in their minds, scrutinizing every detail for hidden meanings or signs of danger. This overanalysis can create a feedback loop of anxiety and paranoia, as they struggle to distinguish between genuine threats and imagined ones. In addition to emotional and perceptual sensitivity, INFJs may also experience increased physical sensitivity. Stress can amplify their responses to sensory stimuli such as noise, light, or touch. They might become easily startled by sudden sounds or find bright lights and crowded spaces more overwhelming than usual. When feeling threatened, INFJs often enter a state of heightened vigilance. They become hyper-aware of their surroundings, constantly scanning for potential dangers. This state of alertness is a defensive mechanism, aimed at protecting themselves from further harm. However, sustained vigilance can be mentally exhausting and detrimental to their overall well-being. When INFJs feel threatened, one of their most defining traits, intuition, becomes particularly pronounced. This heightened intuition influences how they perceive and respond to potential threats. Here, we will explore the various aspects of this phenomenon. INFJs naturally trust their gut feelings and instincts, and this reliance intensifies when they feel threatened. Their intuitive sense acts as a radar, scanning their environment for subtle cues that may indicate danger. This can lead them to make decisions based on instinct rather than logic or concrete evidence, which can be both an asset and a potential pitfall. Heightened intuition allows INFJs to recognize patterns and connections that others might miss. Under threat, they may become exceptionally adept at detecting inconsistencies in others' behavior or spotting emerging trends that could signify danger. This enhanced pattern recognition helps them anticipate problems and prepare for possible outcomes. INFJs are skilled at perceiving the underlying motives and intentions of those around them. When they feel threatened, this ability becomes even more acute. They may sense hidden agendas, detect insincerity, or feel that someone is not being entirely truthful. This heightened perception can help them navigate complex social dynamics and protect themselves from manipulation. Under stress, INFJs become more sensitive to environmental cues. They notice subtle changes in their surroundings, such as shifts in the atmosphere of a room or the body language of the people around them. This heightened sensitivity enables them to pick up on warning signs that others might overlook, allowing them to respond proactively to potential threats. While heightened intuition can be a valuable tool, it can also lead to overinterpretation and paranoia. INFJs may read too much into minor details or interpret ambiguous situations as threats. This can create unnecessary anxiety and make it difficult for them to distinguish between genuine dangers and imagined ones. When INFJs feel threatened, their emotional reactions are complex and multifaceted. Their deep empathy, sensitivity, and introspective nature shape how they process and express their emotions. Here, we delve into the various emotional responses INFJs may exhibit under stress. INFJs often suppress their emotions when they feel threatened. This suppression is a defense mechanism aimed at maintaining control and protecting themselves from further harm. Despite experiencing intense inner turmoil, INFJs may appear outwardly calm. This facade of composure is a way to shield themselves from additional stress and to avoid burdening others with their problems. However, this can lead to misunderstandings, as others might not realize the depth of their distress. By suppressing their emotions, INFJs internalize stress, which can have long-term psychological and physical consequences. The buildup of unexpressed emotions may result in anxiety, depression, or psychosomatic symptoms. It's crucial for INFJs to find healthy outlets for their emotions to prevent these adverse effects. Eventually, suppressed emotions can lead to an emotional overload. INFJs might experience sudden outbursts of anger, tears, or frustration when they can no longer contain their feelings. These outbursts can be surprising to others, given the usual calm demeanor of the INFJ. When threatened, INFJs often feel emotionally overwhelmed due to their heightened sensitivity and deep emotional capacity. One of the most common reactions is intense anxiety. INFJs might experience racing thoughts, increased heart rate, and a pervasive sense of dread. This anxiety can be debilitating and interfere with their ability to function effectively in daily life. INFJs may also experience profound sadness, feeling deeply affected by the threat they perceive. This sadness can stem from a sense of helplessness, disappointment in themselves or others, or grief over a perceived loss or betrayal. Although less common, INFJs can also feel intense anger when threatened. This anger might be directed at themselves for perceived failures or at others who they believe are causing the threat. Since INFJs typically avoid conflict, this anger is often internalized, leading to further emotional distress. The intensity of their emotional responses can lead to emotional exhaustion. INFJs may feel drained, lethargic, and unable to muster the energy to engage with others or pursue their usual activities. This exhaustion can make it difficult for them to recover from the stress and return to a state of equilibrium. Interestingly, feeling threatened can also heighten an INFJ's empathy and compassion, as they become more attuned to the emotions of others around them. INFJs might become even more sensitive to the emotions and needs of those around them. They may pick up on subtle cues that indicate others are also struggling, and this increased sensitivity can deepen their empathy. In response to their heightened empathy, INFJs often engage in compassionate actions. They might offer support, comfort, and understanding to those who are also experiencing distress. This compassionate response serves as a way to connect with others and alleviate their own emotional pain. INFJs might assume the role of a peacemaker or mediator in conflicts, using their empathy to understand different perspectives and facilitate resolution. By helping others navigate their emotions, INFJs can indirectly address their own feelings of threat and insecurity. In some cases, feeling threatened can drive INFJs to engage in altruistic behavior. They might volunteer, donate to causes they care about, or provide support to those in need. These actions help them shift their focus from their own distress to making a positive impact on others. INFJs often seek validation and support from trusted individuals when they feel threatened. INFJs might seek reassurance from friends, family, or mentors to confirm that their feelings are valid and their perceptions are accurate. This validation helps them feel understood and less isolated in their distress. Sharing their emotions with someone they trust can provide relief for INFJs. Verbalizing their fears and anxieties helps them process their feelings and gain new perspectives. This emotional sharing can strengthen their connections with others and provide a sense of security. When seeking support, INFJs need empathetic listeners who can offer understanding and compassion. Empathy from others helps them feel seen and valued, which is crucial for their emotional recovery. Without this empathetic support, INFJs might feel further isolated and misunderstood. INFJs often engage in self-reflection as a way to cope with their emotions when they feel threatened. Introspection allows INFJs to examine their thoughts and feelings, helping them understand the root causes of their distress. This self-awareness can lead to personal growth and a better understanding of their emotional triggers. Journaling is a common practice for INFJs to process their emotions. Writing down their thoughts and feelings provides a structured way to explore their inner experiences and can offer insights into how to navigate their stress. INFJs often seek meaning in their experiences, including their emotional reactions. For some INFJs, spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, or mindfulness can provide comfort and guidance. These practices help them connect with their inner selves and find a sense of peace and purpose amidst the turmoil. Understanding the emotional reactions of INFJs when they feel threatened provides valuable insights into their coping mechanisms and needs. They may become more attuned to the suffering of others, often using this connection as a way to distract from their own pain. This increased empathy can lead them to act as peacemakers or mediators in conflict situations. To cope with feeling threatened, INFJs may engage in avoidance or escapism. This can take the form of immersing themselves in books, movies, or other activities that provide a temporary escape from reality. While this can offer short-term relief, it doesn't address the root cause of their distress. They might agree to things they wouldn't normally accept or go out of their way to accommodate others. While this can alleviate immediate tension, it can also lead to resentment and burnout over time. They may become more rigid in their routines or attempt to micromanage their environment and relationships. For INFJs, solitude is not just a preference but a necessity. Their introverted nature means they derive energy from within rather than from external sources. When faced with stress or threats, retreating to a quiet, solitary environment helps them conserve and replenish their energy. Solitude provides the space for INFJs to process their emotions without external distractions. They can reflect on what has happened, understand their feelings, and work through their thoughts. This introspective time is essential for them to make sense of their experiences and plan their next steps. Being alone helps INFJs achieve mental clarity. Away from the noise and demands of the outside world, they can think more clearly and deeply. This clarity is crucial for problem-solving and decision-making, especially when they are dealing with complex or stressful situations. Solitude acts as a stress reliever for INFJs. In a quiet and peaceful environment, they can engage in activities that soothe their mind and body, such as reading, meditating, or simply resting. INFJs often engage in specific activities during their solitary time that help them recharge and process their emotions effectively. Writing in a journal is a common practice for INFJs. It allows them to articulate their thoughts and feelings, providing a tangible outlet for their emotions. Journaling helps them organize their thoughts, identify patterns, and gain insights into their inner. Reading books, especially those that resonate with their interests or provide comfort, is another favorite activity. Fiction can offer an escape into different worlds, while nonfiction can provide valuable knowledge and perspective. Reading helps INFJs relax and shift their focus away from immediate stressors. Practicing meditation and mindfulness helps INFJs stay grounded and present. These practices reduce anxiety and promote a sense of inner peace. The tranquility of natural settings can be especially restorative. While solitude is essential for INFJs, it's important for them to balance it with meaningful social interactions. Extended periods of solitude can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. INFJs need to ensure that their time alone is balanced with regular, supportive interactions with friends, family, or loved ones. These connections provide emotional support and prevent them from becoming too withdrawn. INFJs tend to be selective about their social interactions, preferring deep, meaningful connections over superficial ones. This might include soft lighting, favorite books, inspiring artwork, plants, or calming scents. Creating a space that feels safe and nurturing helps INFJs recharge more effectively. Setting boundaries with others about their need for solitude is crucial. INFJs should communicate their needs clearly to friends, family, and colleagues, explaining that their alone time is necessary for their well-being. Regularly seeking solitude has long-term benefits for I.N.F.J.'s mental and emotional health. Time alone fosters greater self-awareness. Building resilience helps INFJs become more adaptable and better equipped to handle future stressors. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for INFJs to protect their emotional well-being. INFJs can benefit from developing assertiveness skills to express their needs and protect themselves when they feel threatened. Assertiveness training can help them communicate more effectively, stand up for themselves, and address conflicts in a constructive manner. When feeling overwhelmed by threats, INFJs may find it helpful to seek professional help. Therapy or counseling can provide them with tools to manage stress, process emotions, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. One of the best ways to support an INFJ who feels threatened is to offer a listening ear. Being a compassionate and understanding listener can provide them with much-needed emotional support. INFJs often need space to process their emotions. Respect their need for solitude and avoid pressuring them to engage if they're not ready. Encourage INFJs to engage in positive outlets such as creative activities, exercise, or mindfulness practices. These activities can help them manage stress and regain their sense of balance. Suggesting healthy coping mechanisms shows that you care about their well-being. One of the primary ways INFJs respond to threats is through emotional withdrawal. INFJs may withdraw emotionally to seek solitude and process their feelings alone. This withdrawal can make them appear distant or unresponsive to their loved ones, who may interpret it as rejection or lack of interest. During times of stress, INFJs often internalize their emotions. They may keep their feelings to themselves rather than sharing them with others, which can lead to a sense of emotional distance in their relationships. INFJs may struggle to express their feelings verbally, especially when they feel threatened. They might find it challenging to articulate their emotions or explain their reactions, which can create misunderstandings with their partners or friends. When feeling threatened, I.N.F.J.'s heightened sensitivity can lead to misinterpretations in their relationships. INFJs may overanalyze their interactions with others, searching for hidden meanings or potential threats. This can cause them to misinterpret innocent remarks or gestures, leading to unnecessary conflicts. INFJs may perceive rejection where none was intended. Their sensitivity can amplify minor disagreements or perceived slights, making them feel heard or unappreciated in their relationships. Due to their heightened sensitivity, INFJs may seek reassurance from their partners or friends. They may need validation that their relationships are secure and that they are valued, especially during times of stress. INFJs tend to avoid conflict and confrontation, which can contribute to strain in their relationships. When they feel threatened, INFJs may avoid addressing conflicts directly. They might prioritize maintaining harmony over expressing their own needs or concerns, which can lead to unresolved issues in their relationships. Instead of expressing their dissatisfaction, INFJs may internalize their discontent. This can lead to resentment or passive-aggressive behavior, as they struggle to communicate their feelings effectively. INFJs may have difficulty setting boundaries in their relationships, especially when they fear conflict or rejection. This can lead to them feeling overwhelmed or taken advantage of, further straining their emotional well-being. Threats can affect I.N.F.J.'s communication styles and their ability to connect with others. During periods of stress, INFJs may withdraw from communication with their loved ones. They may become less responsive to messages or avoid initiating conversations, which can leave their partners or friends feeling neglected. When feeling threatened, INFJs may struggle to empathize with their partners or friends. Their own emotional turmoil can make it challenging for them to understand and respond to the emotions of others effectively. Miscommunication can occur when I.N.F.J.'s internal state affects their ability to express themselves clearly. They may unintentionally send mixed signals or fail to convey their true feelings, leading to misunderstandings with their loved ones. Under stress, INFJs may engage in self-isolation as a way to protect themselves emotionally. INFJs may need space to recharge and regain their emotional balance. This self-isolation can be misinterpreted by their partners or friends as a desire to be alone or a lack of interest in the relationship. Self-isolation can impact the intimacy in I.N.F.J.'s relationships. They may withdraw physically or emotionally, which can strain the emotional connection with their partners. After periods of self-isolation, INFJs may need to rebuild trust and reconnect with their loved ones. Open communication and mutual understanding are essential for repairing strained relationships. INFJs can employ various coping strategies to manage the strain on their relationships during times of threat. Open and honest communication is crucial for INFJs to express their feelings and needs clearly. They should strive to articulate their concerns without fear of judgment, allowing their partners or friends to understand their perspective. INFJs can seek understanding from their loved ones, explaining how threats affect their emotions and behavior. This mutual understanding can foster empathy and strengthen their relationships. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for INFJs to maintain their emotional well-being in relationships. They should communicate their limits and expectations clearly, ensuring that both parties respect each other's needs. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear about your experiences and insights. Don't forget to subscribe to Psych IQ for more fascinating explorations of psychology and personality types. Together, we can continue to learn and grow in our understanding of the human mind.